6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. Pakistan and China have agreed to maintain close coordination to advance their shared objectives of peace, security, and sustainable development. The Interior Minister says the government is committed to ensure safe and conducive environment for investment in the country. A 45-member Saudi delegation has arrived in Islamabad to review the Hajj arrangements under the Road to Makkah project. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the international community to push for a just settlement of the Kashmir dispute in line with the United Nations resolutions. The United Nations Agency for Palestine Refugees says people in Gaza are experiencing a cycle of deadly violence and deprivation. In the Pakistan Super League, Peshawar Zalmi will take on Quetta Gladiators in Lahore this evening. And now the news in detail. Pakistan and China have reiterated their firm resolve to uphold regional peace and stability, promote mutual respect, and jointly oppose unilateralism and hegemonic policies. The Deputy Prime Minister Mohammad Asagdar held a telephonic conversation with the Foreign Minister of China, Wang Yi, and briefed him on the current regional situation. They also agreed to maintain close communication and coordination at all levels to advance the shared objectives of peace, security, and sustainable development in the region and beyond. The Deputy Prime Minister categorically rejected India's unilateral and illegal actions as well as its baseless propaganda against Pakistan. Expressing deep appreciation for China's consistent and unwavering support, he reaffirmed Pakistan's strong commitment to the ironclad Pakistan-China friendship and the shared vision of an all-weather strategic cooperative partnership. The Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi says Pakistan is a safe country for investment and investors' protection is the government's top priority. Talking to a delegation of foreign investment companies in Lahore today, Mohsin Naqvi said the government has taken all possible measures for the safety of investment. He said strict notice has been taken regarding attacks by some miscreants and legal action is being taken against the culprits. He said a future strategy has been devised to stop such incidents. The Defence Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif says the entire nation stands united by its armed forces and a strong response will be given to India in case of any misadventure. In an exclusive conversation with a private news channel, Khwaja Mohammad Asif cautioned that a conflict between the two nuclear powers would pose a significant threat to regional and global peace. Khwaja Asif further said this matter has been brought to the attention of the world community, which can launch an investigation. Responding to a query, he categorically stated that Pakistan's nation and armed forces are ready to defend the country's sovereignty and no compromise will be made on this principle. The Minister for Overseas Pakistanis and Human Resource Development, Chaudhry Sadiq Hussain, met the former American President Joe Biden at the Vatican City. They discussed further the robust bilateral relations between Pakistan and the United States. Later, Chaudhry Sadiq Hussain also met the chief advisor of the interim government of Bangladesh, Muhammad Yunus, and discussed relations between the two countries. During the meeting, they agreed to work together to improve the quality of labor and the skills. A 45-member Saudi delegation has arrived in Islamabad to review the Hajj arrangements under the Road to Makkah project. Upon arrival, the officials from the Ministry of Religious Affairs welcomed the delegation at the Islamabad International Airport. According to the Ministry of Religious Affairs, a total of 50,500 intending pilgrims will go to Saudi Arabia through Hajj flights from Pakistan under the Road to Makkah project. Counters will be set up at Islamabad and Karachi airports for intending Hajj pilgrims, while the process of immigration of pilgrims will also be completed in Pakistan instead of Saudi Arabia. The American-based company World Liberty Financial and Pakistan Crypto Council have signed a landmark letter of intent to accelerate blockchain innovation, stablecoin adoption, and decentralized finance integration across Pakistan. The letter of intent was signed between the Chief Executive Officer of Pakistan Crypto Council, Bilal bin Saqib, and the World Liberty Financial team during a meeting of the Pakistan Crypto Council in Islamabad. Commenting on the development, the Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb said Pakistan's youth and technology sector are its greatest assets. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has strongly condemned the ongoing oppressive tactics being employed by the Modi government against Kashmiris in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement issued in Srinagar, the APHC spokesperson, Advocate Abdur Rashid Minhas, described the recent wave of arrests and demolitions as desperate attempts by the Modi regime to force the Kashmiris into submission. He reaffirmed that the Kashmiri people's resolve to continue their struggle for inalienable right to self-determination against all odds. He urged the international community and human rights organizations to urgently address India's brutal actions and push for a just resolution to the Kashmir dispute in line with the United Nations resolutions and Kashmiri's aspirations. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference spokesperson warned that further delay in resolving the dispute threatens global peace as the region remains under the shadow of potential nuclear conflicts. Leader of Sikh for Justice and Khalistan movement, Gurpatwant Singh Pannoon, says 20 million Sikhs stand firmly with the people of Pakistan like a brick wall. In a statement, he said they would not allow the Indian army to pass through the Punjab to attack Pakistan. He further said the oppression of minorities, especially Sikhs in India, is evident to all. Gurpatwant Singh Pannoon pledged that they would bring Modi, Ajit Doval, Amit Shah and Jaishankar to justice under the international law. He also claimed that in Pahalgam, India killed its own Hindus to serve political interests. The Israeli forces in their unabated attacks have martyred 16 Palestinians in the besieged Gaza. Israel has blocked all aid, including food, fuel and medicines, from entering the Gaza Strip for nearly 60 days. The United Nations Agency for Palestine Refugees says Israel's siege on Gaza must be lifted. In a post on X, the agency said people in Gaza are experiencing a cycle of deadly violence and deprivation. Over 2.3 million Palestinians in Gaza are now mainly living off canned vegetables, rice, pasta, and lentils. In the wake of the false flag operation in Pahalgam, another nefarious plan by India has been exposed as an organized attempt to attack the Pakistani High Commission in London. Sources revealed Indian intelligence agency had gathered 300 to 400 miscreants to attack the Pakistan High Commission. 4 masked miscreants attempted to pull down the Pakistani flag at the High Commission, who were later arrested. The officials of the Pakistan High Commission defended the national flag with full vigor. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has offered Iran to help in dealing with the aftermath of a blast at the port of Bandar Abbas. Meanwhile, the death toll in the blast, probably caused by chemical material, has now risen to 25. In Canada, 9 people were killed and several injured after a man rammed his vehicle through a crowded street in Vancouver City. The incident occurred when a festival of the Filipino community was underway. The suspect has been arrested. And now cricket. In the 17th match of the Pakistan Super League, Peshawar Zalmi will take on Quetta Gladiators in Lahore this evening. The match will start at 8 p.m. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very hot conditions are likely in the southern parts during the next 12 hours. However, partly cloudy weather with light rain, wind and thunderstorm may occur at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and the surrounding hilly areas. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.